let me give you a scenario. So dude, like, I lift weights like 4 times a week, and like I do like sets of 5 on squats, 5 sets of 5, and my heart rate is freaking like 180, like cranks up. I'm breathing so heavy, you're getting my heart rate is jacked up. So like, I don't really see the point of doing, you know, long, slow cardio or any cardio. I do, you know, plenty of strength training. Not that you need to sell it, but
Yeah.
what would be like your elevator pitch? Well, maybe you should be doing it for this reason.
So my general spiel is that heart rate alone is not the stimulus. It's a proxy, meaning that under ideal conditions, heart rate can reflect cardiac output and kind of the demands on the circulatory system. But that's under ideal conditions. It's not all the time. So there's a wide range of circumstances where your heart rate can be through the roof, even though there's not a lot of real work being done. And the most obvious example is something like a panic attack, right? So you could have a situation where your heart's going a mile a minute, you can barely breathe, and you're just sitting down, freaking out, you know? That's an extreme example, but it is an example of how what your heart is doing doesn't always reflect the stimulus that it's receiving. And so when you lift weights, there's a stress response. You might be jacked up on stimulants too, right? But the main reason for that, that you see such a drastic heart rate response to lifting is something called occlusion. And so when your muscles are engaged, you're maximally recruiting a lot of big muscles. Blood doesn't flow very well through muscles that are squeezing really hard. So with that muscle occlusion, your heart has a hard time pumping a lot of blood against that resistance that your muscles are providing. And so there's not a lot of blood that's able to actually make it back to the heart and help it fill up with a high volume of blood. It's just trying its best to push what little blood it can get through your muscles. So your heart rate spikes, but the actual volume of blood stays low because of all that muscular tension. And so what you get there is what we call a pressure load as opposed to a volume load. And so you can get some adaptations to that. You can get some wall thickening. You can get, you know, an improvement in what we call contractility. So it makes your heart squeeze a little stronger, which is not all bad. There's some good that can come from that too. But you're not getting the volume load. You're not getting the expansion. And so that expansion-based improvement in cardiac output, that's what drives the majority of aerobic fitness gains. So yes, lifting does have some positive influence in the heart, but that feeling you get, being out of breath, heart racing, it in no way replaces or comes close to that expansion-based benefit, increase in chamber size that you get from traditional cardio like this.